Hi Taurus, welcome to your weekly reading. I am an intuitive reader and I will be doing a weekly 3-card spread for you using the Secret Language of Light Oracle deck. These will be general messages. I will be going quite intuitively with them. Nothing too heavy though, but hopefully something here that will help you in the upcoming 7 days. If you enjoy this weekly content and would like to see it on a weekly basis moving forward, please feel free to leave behind a like. Alternatively, you're more than welcome to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I'd absolutely welcome you with open arms, Taurus. So if you were after a private reading with myself, all the information you require is listed below this video. Otherwise, thanks for being here. Let's get straight into it and see what's coming up for the sign of Taurus. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Okay, the first card you have here is Whispers. Okay, whispers is all about things being hinted to you. Whispers could be divine whispers. It could be major talks of something happening around you, either within your life or concerning other people. You have the beautiful pyramid here with the numbers 1 and 2, which make 3. Now, 3 is all about a trine, a tripartite, as indicated by the pyramid. It is symbolic of mind, body, spirit, birth, life, death, succession, good fortune. There's an element of symbolization. There's a symbolic and energy that there's a third party coming into a contract, coming into a project, possibly even a third party coming into a love relationship. So sometimes whispers can be translated into gossip here, Taurus. So there may be talks of another, another component or adding another part to something here. Now, you do have what looks like the Star of David, but I want to extract it as the alchemical symbols for water, which is the downward triangle here, also supported by the beautiful blues in the cards, as well as the upright triangle, which does symbolize the fire element. So I'm not sure if this is a water or a fire sign you've been seeing or connecting with. I do sense that there may be gossip, there may be rumors, or there may be talks of something evolving between yourself and this person. I feel like whispers are subtle hints, okay? There's a subtle, and it could be things that you hear from the grapevine, okay? Through the grapevine in the upcoming week, okay? So you might hear whispers or talks of something happening here. There might be whispers of someone that you're interested in, seeing someone else. If this is involving a love triangle in any way. For others, I feel like it could point to talks of a journey, okay? Creating that journey, that tripartite journey, okay? The beginning, as I said, the beginning, the middle, the end. It's that triangular component, but it's also a culmination point, okay? You can see the pyramid coming up to a culmination point here. So I feel like talks of something will come to a head, or talks of something will be finalized if there has been whispers or talks or planning of something happening around you. In the upcoming week, I do see some sort of culmination point happening for you here with this card. Okay, the next card you have is Soul Love. I love this. I think it's a card of nurturing. It might be a message or a reminder, a gentle reminder for you, Taurus, that you need to do something for your soul, okay, your soul purpose. Just as we do things for the mind, just as we do things for the body, it's also special to pay attention to the soul. So anything that you feel is a forte, is a calling, it's something that you definitely need to listen to. I say that because the 3 and the 3 makes 6, and that's all about intuition. It's that balance between the earthly and the spiritual. It's also clairvoyancy, or that 6th sense, so to speak. But it's also nurturing, okay? So that number 6 is very much a nurturing energy. Now, it could definitely be a soulmate coming in here. This is powerful. Kindred spirits, I feel, okay? Connecting in a very powerful, this light will shine right through you. Soul love is, yes, showing appreciation and following the dreams of your soul, anything that awakens you, anything that leads you on some sort of spiritual path or journey is absolutely imperative here, Taurus. But I am seeing that there could be a soulmate love around you. I feel like there might be subtle hints, okay? The whispers is very subtle. It's all about hints of a soulmate connection happening here. So it could be hints from the universe in the form of synchronous signs, synchronous numbers. You might be seeing signs around you that are indicating that a new romance might be coming in around you. And a new journey, because there's a lot of threes here. In fact, you've got 3, the 12, which make 3, and then 3, 3. So there's definitely a new journey. A new journey with a soulmate is actually what I'm seeing here. So a new relationship, talks of a soulmate, signs from the universe of a soulmate is coming through here. Or even talking to someone that's around you, even talking to them about soulmate energy, okay? That could be a conversation that takes place here. But like I said, it can point to intuition. It can point to tuning in with your intuitive abilities as well. So finding mediums of clairvoyancy, spiritualism, trying to tap into your intuition maybe, in a very, very powerful way here. So that's quite nice. But I do think there's a lot to do with soulmates here, Taurus. It could be someone that you're with. It might be, if you are involved in a love triangle right now, or you have options in love, it could be that one of these people is definitely a soulmate, okay? Because there's a soul-love connection between the two of you. Very, very powerful, could lead to something extremely serious. It's a counterpoint. It's the soul's counterpoint, recognition of its other, significant other here. So, very powerful. It's quite a compassionate energy, okay? Quite a compassionate energy here. So you do have someone that could be extremely compassionate that's coming in. They're a caretaker. They have a big heart. They are a romantic. They believe in soulmates. They're quite spiritual themselves. And I see that there could potentially be that wonderful balance of earth and that higher realm of spirituality. And I do feel like this is earth or fire here. This earthy reddy tone could be a fire sign coming through, an Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. Okay, you also have wellness, so you might need to focus on your well-being, your health here as well in the upcoming 7 days. In particular, in terms of mental health, you do have the sword here, which can be seen as your mental clarity, focus, agility of the mind stimulation, anything to do with this as well. Now, again, you've got the number 6 here, because 24, the 4 and the 2 make 6. So this again points to intuition, okay? So definitely tapping into your intuition and nurturing that as much as you can to receive some sort of messages, because you have the swords here as well. I'm not sure if there is an air sign here that will help you with that, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, that will help you tap into your intuition. Or you might have a very strong intuition that a person is a soulmate around you in the upcoming week. This is very exciting. Wellness can point to self-indulgence, okay? It is about concentrating on yourself first, okay? Getting your sword upright, coming into a very positive or a very strong mind state here. So your mentality is something you might have to nurture very much so in the upcoming 7 days. Wellness is all about focusing on oneself, okay? Because you can see these images of other people, but they fall to the background. And this is what matters. This person's mind, body, soul. So everything that it encompasses, it takes skill, okay, and it takes practice to get this heavy, beautiful sword here up above your head with such a perfect posture. So I feel as though it's something to do with perfecting your wellness, perfecting your mind, okay, or having your mind more agile, feeling like you've got things, it's sort of like you've got control of things. There could be a wonderful new opportunity. I feel like this is an Ace of Swords coming in here. A beautiful new opportunity, but it's going to require cutting out some negative habits, or cutting out some sort of mental thoughts. Maybe it's also a message not to get carried away too much with the whispers. If this is gossip or things that are, you're hearing things around you, but you're not really sure what to believe, chances are your intuition is right, and you need to focus on your own well-being. You need to focus on yourself and your mind, and whatever clarity comes to you is the one that you should follow. But very much numbers here point to intuition and that sixth sense. but it's also caretaking of yourself here, Taurus. So don't neglect yourself in the upcoming 7 days. I'm not sure if you'll have a few distractions here, but the message here is not to get carried away. But look, I love that the prospect of the new soulmate coming through. That's very exciting. I will leave it at that though. Don't forget to leave behind a like. Have a fantastic week ahead, and I'll catch up with you next week. Thanks again, Taurus. Bye for now.